Okay, hey, I'm gonna make a drink. Oh, are you there, God? It's me, Margarita. I've got a knife, so watch. And a lime, courtesy of, what's the name of it? Fiesta Chara. Shout out to them.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna cut out.
We appreciate it.
I'm gonna cut the lime into wedges, whatever the heck that means. I usually means. Oh, that's a very tough lime.
It smells good.
That's good enough. Save that for later. So there's your wedges. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze this just a little bit. I'm gonna rim the glass. And I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna try some regular salt too.
What kind of salt do you normally use?
Not coarse, but not. This is super coarse. This looks like what you would put in your water softener. I cracked myself up. Don't recommend that practice, though. So the glass rim is wet from the lime, see? And then it coats pretty fully. But there's one of them.
They've done it before.
All right, so we got 2 glasses with some salt on them.
It looks salty.
Does it?
It does look salty.
Okay. Then we're going to take our shaker. Shaker. And we are going to put in, I guess I'm going to make 2 of them at the same time. So, put ice in. Normally you have tongs. I use hand sanitizer, so I'm hoping that it won't taste like hand sanitizer. Sorry about that.
It's dangerous at Rhoda's bar.
Yes, it is. I'll beware.
You have to say it was hot. You're in the right spot. Be on your toes.
Alright, so you're putting ice in your shaker. And then 1.5 ounces of tequila per drink. The better your tequila, the better your drink's going to be. I know there's really cheap tequila out there. Also, just so everybody knows, tequila is the only liquor that has probiotic qualities.
Really?
Yes. Probiotic and prebiotic.
That's
You
handy.
didn't know that, did you?
I did not know that. So this is actually healthy.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Sorry, I should have looked at this before. There we go. So I'm making 2. So I'm doubling this. And 1 ounce of lime juice. That was a good idea to shake it.
You just looked like a bartender.
Did I? No. So I'm gonna make, oh great, here we go. Once again, I'm doubling this because it's for these 2 mooks. Oh yeah, this is great. We're gonna be cleaning up afterwards. It's a triple sec, so basically 1 ounce of triple sec.
I think it's good that we're making 2. Because you might want to have a friend over when you make your drink. So,
Hopefully a better friend than Margaret had.
oh. Although Jamie was okay.
Yeah.
We were okay with Jamie.
Alright, then you shake it, baby. Now the recipe in your book says to do this into a solo cup and have ice in the solo cup, but
We're fancy here.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. We're using Kelsey's lovely margarita glasses.
it's even here.
Wow.
She could add a little ice. It's up to you. Sit.
Oh, look at you.
Last. Whoa.
Tricks of the trade.
Oh yeah.
I think the only part of prep work I enjoyed as a server was cutting lemons and limes.
Well, that's a good way to find out if you have any paper cuts. There you go,
Excellent.
ladies.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Rhoda.
You're welcome.
This looks
That's
fantastic.
how you do it, and it's very simple. And if it's good tequila, it'll be a good drink.
All right, well, we are very excited to introduce this month's kit to you. Again, as in June, our kit is inspired by Tequila Mockingbird by Tim Federle. And of course, we have included the lovely recipe for Are You There, God? It's Me Margarita that Rhoda just made for us. And each kit will, of course, come with an insert that sort of outlines everything you're going to get in your kit. We have this lovely bookmark with the wise words of Margaret Simon. Then, probably my favorite. Oh wait, I forgot about the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, most importantly, each kit will come with this lovely glass, margarita glass. So enjoy that.
I love that you said that it was glass, too.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
plastic.
legit. Yeah. We don't
It's
mess
heavy.
around.
Don't drop it in the parking lot.
Excellent advice. Okay, now for my favorite part. Maybe you can guess it. Spin the bottle. So when you're all done, it's going to look something like this. Ooh, that was good. And
Show it this way.
I'll show it this way. Yeah, I didn't think about this. Okay, so we've given you all the components to make Spin the Bottle. Each kit's going to come with a blank game board. And so we thought we could have put suggestions or activities on here for you, but we thought it'd be more fun so you can sort of make it as you want. And we have given you a little brass fastener and then a little bottle spinner. So it's really easy to put together. We did throw some instructions in here as well, but it's very easy to put together. So enjoy.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the book.
Let's talk about
Yes.
that. When Susan and I started talking about this, and I hadn't read it, and
You didn't read it when you were a kid?
no, I didn't read it
I
when I was a
didn't either.
kid.
What? I know.
We missed it.
Right. This was like
Maybe
the
a
first
little.
YA book in a way.
Right.
It talked about, I mean,
Yeah.
it was scandalous. It talked about stuff that,
You don't talk about.
you didn't talk about back then.
Yeah.
So how relatable did you find this book to your own adolescent lives? I mean, I remember, a bra certainly symbolized like growing up, but I was not quite as obsessed, I have to say.
I wasn't interested in wearing a bra at all, and then somebody took me aside and said, "You need to tell your mom to get you a bra."
Oh God.
That's awful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's awful.
My adolescence was a hot stinking.
Oh man.
Yeah. But anyway, but I had many similar experiences to her. Like, my mom took me to Sears, and they measured me right in the aisle with my brothers there.
Oh.
Great things like that.
Oh God.
Only I needed a bigger bra than she did. And does anybody have a graceful puberty? I've yet to meet the person who does. But then we're always assuming that someone else is having a better go of it than we are.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was really glad that she introduced Laura as a character. I felt like her perspective was really, really important because Margaret and Nancy and the PTSs, they kind of didn't have a clue when it came to that.
And I remember when I was a kid being really mad at Nancy. Is that her name?
Yeah.
But then now as I look back at it, I think, oh, I wonder what her story was. Like, she feels so insecure that she has to lie and put other people down. Like, she's more insecure than Margaret is.
Oh, absolutely. She was
Definitely.
pretty awful.
But I don't think she was mean. I just think she was really insecure, and that's
Right.
just how it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
Where are they now? Do you ever wonder, like, when I finished it, that's what I thought. Like, I wonder what happened to Margaret.
I have a thought on where they are now.
Ooh.
I feel like maybe this is just because I've been rewatching Sex and the City, but I feel like, even though we don't know much about Gretchen or Jamie, I feel like I can see Nancy. You can once you kind of make it fit. I don't know. Maybe it just paves the way for that trope of the girl group, right? Because we've seen that a lot in pop culture too. Is like the mean girls.
Yeah.
There were 4 of them. You know, you start seeing. Anyway.
Yeah, and this is the original Mean Girls too, in a way.
Right.
Like that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It was Mean Girls.
Yeah. How they are with Laura and
Mm-hmm.
Kind of spreading rumors.
yeah.
You want to talk about the religion stuff?
That, honestly, that was the part for me that I found most interesting.
Same.
And I could relate to the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I mean, I wasn't like Margaret and that I had, you know, trying to decide if I was Jewish or Christian. But I didn't really connect to church growing up. My family attended every Sunday, and I was just kind of like, why am I here? Yeah.
That I can relate
And
to.
just adults not really understanding that I needed to kind of figure things out for myself. And I felt like pretty much all of the adults in Margaret's life. I mean, her parents were a little bit better about letting her do what she wanted to do, but both sets of grandparents.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Ouch.
was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I
it
like kind of wanted to cry when I heard that part of it.
Well, her one grandma was a bit of a cliched Jewish grandmother kind of thing.
I liked her. She
Oh,
reminded
yeah.
me of my own grandma, to be honest.
Okay. And then the other grandparents. I mean, when I read about, because this book's been banned, I guess, a million times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason why it's been banned is because the people who read it identified with those grandparents, and because they were not painted in the most flattering light. But you know,
But I think it's a mistake to say this is sort of anti-religion. It's just,
no, it's not.
it's not at all. It's just let people decide for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I actually liked Margaret's parents in that they had a more hands-off approach.
yeah.
I think Margaret didn't love that because Margaret's whole thing was trying to fit in. Which, I don't know, like, can we talk about that for a second? I know we're
Yeah.
talking about religion, but like, I felt a little unresolved at the end. Like, her whole goal was to fit in
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning because of the whole, like, nobody ever asked me about my religion in New York, and now all of a sudden, like, she's here. And people are like, that's, like, your thing. And I don't know, like, I almost didn't want her to get a period at the end.
You
To be
wanted her
honest.
to continue
Yeah.
to not fit in.
I wanted to continue, I wanted her to see that it doesn't take being in a certain religion or having your period at a certain time to be normal.
Right.
Because I don't know, it felt a little like, woo, like, all right, she fits in.
Just out of curiosity, like how many times did you move around when you were a little kid?
Oh, quite a few.
Okay, so you changed schools a lot and stuff like that?
Once.
Okay. How about you? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. I mean, as a person who did it 2 or 3 times, I don't know. I could. Once you get fit in, then you can be yourself. more
Oh, I like
easily
that. That's
Then-
a good point.
Than when you don't know where you're gonna land. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do. I think that's a good perspective.
That's just been my experience.
That was a poignant thought.
Okay.
I know, I didn't think about that.
I didn't either. I find it interesting that her relationship with God is better when religion isn't involved.
I think that was kind of the point.
You know?
And that's kind of what I could relate to. I
Mhm.
think when I was a kid, raised in a pretty religious family, I saw God as more of a confidant. Like, I didn't feel a
Mhm.
connection whatsoever to church.
Mhm.
But it was nice having somebody maybe to open up to,
Right.
I guess. So,
It's interesting that Margaret doesn't feel able to open up to her parents about that kind of stuff. I feel like, but maybe
Well,
because
it
it's
never
such a
has
point.
been, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think, too, given what they had been through with both of their parents,
Right.
sort of disowning them, I think it makes, like, she
Too
knows
much
they're
of a
so,
point of contention.
yeah, they're so against that.
I'm thinking of other stuff. I'm thinking of her being an only child and moving there. And didn't everybody else have brothers and sisters, like big families?
I think so.
Nancy did, yeah.
I mean, she was like an exotic animal when she moved
Yeah.
there. Like,
They all expected her to be a certain way.
Mhm.
right. And she wasn't.
So you read this as a kid and as an adult.
Yes.
So what was your perspective? Did it change? Was it the same? Did you feel?
Well, I mean, I dimly remember it from reading it when I was a kid, although I didn't love it when I was a kid because I, as a person who felt like an outsider, although I'm assuming everybody feels like an outsider now, like I related to her.
Mhm.
And then reading it as an adult, I got angry at the mean girls.
Yeah.
You know, you have like a different perspective. I got angry at the grandparents, which I don't remember being angry at them when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so it was different. I had more sympathy for her teacher. Like I liked her teacher.
Oh my gosh, same.
Yeah. I felt awful from the beginning. But he sort of figured out.
Right. Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I felt all the characters had some kind of insecurity, which I thought was interesting.
Mhm.
Like everybody, even the adults and the, you know.
Mhm.
I thought that was
Which is part of what makes it a classic book is that the characters are fully realized.
Yeah.
Was the book very accessible to you as a kid? Like, I remember Mindy saying that she and her friends would have to hide it because they were afraid adults would see them reading it. Did you experience anything like that?
I was kind of a loner, and like I had big braces on my teeth at a really early age and headgear, and the only way my mom could get me to go to the orthodontist to be tortured the way I was that the library was across the street.
Yeah.
So I would get to go to the library and take all the books I
Aw.
wanted home. And then I just stayed home and read because I had headgear that made pulled my head and just all this crazy
Aww.
bars and stuff like that. So I didn't have a problem because I was mostly by myself anyway. I'm sure other people may have had the kids who had friends. I didn't, so.
We're your friends now.
Yes, thank you.
Aren't you lucky?
It gave me character. And straight teeth.
So did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I could see why you might want to have a stiff drink after you drank it as a modern woman. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I wish people would be more tolerant of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Boys should read this book.
You know what? They should, though. They should.
Yeah.
They don't have a clue.
Yeah.
She wrote a book about a boy going through puberty that wasn't as, what's it called? Then again, maybe I won't.
Yeah, it wasn't as big of a hit.
No.
The other thing that kills me is like it was that hard on her, and the only issue she had was that she was new, and she wasn't the same religion as everybody. Today, kids have so much more stuff
Mhm.
happening. They could be transgender. They could be poor. They could be
Yeah.
from a single family home. There's so many
Social media.
Yeah.
social media. There's so many worse things that they even have to deal with than Margaret, and it was that hard for Margaret.
Yeah. So it made you happy you're no longer an adolescent.
Right, exactly.
Cheers!
Cheers. Oh, just leave it